to Career Uprising. I'm your host and professional career coach, Lorraine Rise. Join me as I guide you through an amazing journey of self-discovery and empowerment. If you are looking for work, changing careers, or stuck in a toxic job, then this is the show for you. I offer both practical and spiritual guidance to help you up-level and advance your career. Let's start the uprising. Hey everybody, you are listening to episode 58, 3 Steps to Manifest Your Ideal Career. Hello, my beautiful listeners. What are you guys up to today? What is going on? I am feeling amazing and I'm super excited because I've got a couple of things coming up. I've got some trips and some travel, which I love to do in the summertime. And I had to reschedule and put all of that on hold. As some of my listeners might know, I had a crazy, seemingly random kind of health challenge come up in May that I've pretty much worked through, I think. So that pushed all of my summer plans to later, but that's okay. That's okay. So I've got a vacation coming up soon. And then when about the time that this show comes out right after this, I'll be heading out for a backpacking trip in the Adirondack Mountains with my sisters. And I'm really excited and I'm a little bit nervous because anyone who knows me knows I'm not super athletic or outdoorsy or anything like that. My sisters are, so it'll be interesting. But I'm going to be, with those 2 back-to-back trips, I'm about to be off the grid for about 19 days, starting in mid-July, going into August. So I'm kind of excited about, unplugging or semi-unplugging for that long. And so just exciting things coming up for me. So we'll see how I hold out and survive on my backpacking trip. But it's good to challenge yourself, and do new things. And I certainly walk the talk when it comes to that. So this is one way that I'm going to challenge myself and do something hard, do something I've never done. And it's just a good, bonding experience with my sisters. So that's what's going on in my world, or going to be very soon, about the time that this show airs. Super excited. And so what I want to talk to you guys about today is something that I think every single person out there wants. And I know my clients in particular is kind of what our end game is, and what this show is all about as Career Uprising, right? It's manifesting your ideal career. It is. That's really what we're all after, I think. I think that is, when you come to a career coach or you try to make a career change, that's what you want. And in many ways, I have been very successful at doing this. And at a pretty young age, I can say in my early 30s, I manifested my ideal career. I am doing what I want to be doing and what I love. And I work from home and I work for myself, and it's wonderful. Now, that's my dream. Maybe yours is different, but whatever your ideal career is, I know how to manifest that. I've done that in my life, and I've manifested a number of career changes and kind of reinvented myself a number of times along the way. And, and like I said about my trips back to back, I've gotten myself now in a position where I can take 19 days off and not really skip a beat. I can have that kind of work-life balance and things like that, because that's something that was important to me in making this career change into starting my own business. So whatever that might look like for you, I know that changing careers can be a very overwhelming process. Many people worry that they're going to have to start over, they're going to have to settle for less. I'm going to have to go all the way back to school. And maybe you will, maybe you won't. But, and other people then just don't know what they want to do or what they're good at. And so they feel really stuck, and then they don't take action and they stay where they're at. And my goal in this episode is to help you to gain clarity on your path and better prepare you for the career transition process. And it doesn't have to be that overwhelming. It really doesn't. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to lay out 3 steps for you to get started and move closer to your ideal career. And of course, I'm going to share with you, as I always do, what I have done, my process, and what has worked well for me. All right. And I know it will work for you too. Okay. So, what about you? How are you feeling? What's going on in your career right now? Are you in a dead-end job? Are you just in something that you've been in for years and years and never really questioned it? Are you feeling bored, stuck, frustrated? When you think about your current work, what feelings come up for you? Acknowledge, where are you at? Are you just underpaid, underappreciated, unfulfilled, all of those things? Where are you at right now? Let's face that, okay? Maybe you've had a lot of jobs, but never really had a career. I've had clients have that problem. And I think the big part of the problem is that we get stuck in this mindset of being stuck, which is a mindset. It is. Being stuck is a mindset. And you start to believe all of those things. And then that starts to become your identity, and you believe in it more and more and more. I'm stuck, I'm stuck, I'm stuck, I'm stuck. And that's exactly what prevents us from finding that ideal career, is that mindset of saying, I'm stuck. Because if you keep saying you're stuck, well, of course you are, right? So that's what I'm going to help you to get over today. So stay with me on this. So how many times, too, do you say the phrase, I don't know. I don't know what I want. I don't know what I'm good at. I look for jobs, but sometimes I don't even know what I'm looking for. Does any of this sound familiar? We get so caught up in saying, I don't know, but that's never true. I don't know is one of the biggest lies that you can tell yourself. And truthfully, it's an excuse. It's kind of a cop-out for all of us. Me too. We always know. And there is an answer to every question. But the thing is, when you keep saying, I don't know about something, it reinforces the not knowing and blocks your intuition. And no wonder you can't find the answer. So step one, I'm giving you step one right now. 3 steps to manifesting your ideal career. This is number 1. Step 1 to finding the right career is to stop saying, I don't know, and start being open to life's possibilities. Stop saying I'm stuck. Stop saying I don't know. Get all of that out of your vocabulary and your thoughts, because that is the main thing that is holding you back. You need to acknowledge that there is a great career out there for you. There is a right step. There is a next step. Even though you don't know what it is right now, you do know the answer and you will find it. And that's a big difference. So step 1 is mindset, and that is so important. Step 2, I want you to focus on how this career that you want is going to make you feel. And you can focus on that without knowing any of the actual details of any of it, such as the job title, the company, none of those things. I only want you to focus on how you want your new job to make you feel. This is the turning point. And like I said, don't focus on the details, because you're going to unnecessarily limit yourself. All right? None of that actually matters, but that's what people get hung up on. They think, oh, well, I'm going to search for this job title or that job title. Maybe, but what if your ideal career isn't that job title that you thought? If you keep searching down that one narrow road, you're not going to find it. Okay? You've probably been far too attached to those things that it's actually what's holding you back. When you let go of what you think that you want, you become open to possibilities. And I think it makes sense deep down that, at the end of the day, does it really matter to you what this career is, what the job title is, what the company is, your office, or even maybe the location? Does any of that really matter? All you're really after here is something that will make you feel happy and fulfilled. somewhere that you can stay and feel joyful and fulfilled and appreciated. So if a new job gave you all those feelings and you were super happy, but it wasn't like quite the title or the field that you thought you were going to be in, would you really care? Have you ever really asked yourself that question? I want you to challenge yourself to ask, how open are you really to a completely new career path if that's what you need? How open are you really? Let go of the details and lean into how you want your career to make you feel. Tap into those feelings now. And you can tap into those without knowing what it is. You can. I've done this. I have done this. When I have wanted to manifest new jobs in my career, I started doing like little 10-minute meditation, visualization kind of things every day, where I would just, as best I could, envision myself going to work. And I didn't know where it was or what the job title was, but I knew enough to know what kind of environment I wanted to work in. I knew I wanted to be in an office. So I would just envision myself in a random office, but I would be smiling and happy and laughing and working and telling other people about my new job. You can envision and feel all of that right now before it comes. That's what I would do. And I would do that steadily for days and weeks until like an excitement would build up, and bam, before you know it, opportunities are going to come. Now, all the while I was applying for jobs, taking action, those kinds of things. You have to balance both of those things, but it starts with the feeling and it starts with visualizing it. Okay? The only requirement, though, that you actually have of this new job is that you feel happy and you love it. That's all you really care about, no matter what you think. It's true. That's what we're really after. So that's step 2. Focus on how you want this career to make you feel. And then step 3, as with any change in life, you have to take action. You have to take massive action consistently. It's not enough to just think it and visualize it. You're going to have to start applying or researching these career paths. There's so many actions that you can take, even if you don't know exactly what that new job is. So don't get hung up on that. Don't tell me, but I can't take action, Lorraine, because I don't know exactly what my new ideal career is. You've got it backwards. Take action first, and then clarity will come in the process, and you can course correct after then. But if you wait to take action, you're never going to get any clarity. So what kind of actions can you take? You can start applying for jobs that look interesting to you. You can find a mentor. You can set up informational interviews. You can update your resume. You can apply for more jobs. You can get engaged and start talking to people in your network. There are endless amounts of actions that you can take right now, even if you don't know exactly what job you want yet. But we have to remember that clarity comes down the road, and confidence does too. A lot of people don't get started and don't take action because they're lacking confidence, and they think they lack confidence because they think they lack clarity, right? So this is all connected. So the cure for this is to just start getting going. Just start taking action, and you get more confident and you get more clarity and all of those things as you go down through the process. But I want you to really remember that massive action is the key to every change in life. And action doesn't require clarity. It's just, I'm going to explore this. I'm going to explore that. I'm going to take the first step. And then once you figure out the first step, then you take the second step. But don't feel like you have to have it all figured out every step before you take the first one, because that's definitely a misconception. Okay. All right. So let's take a quick commercial break. When we come back, I've got a lot more to say on this, and I'm going to share an example of how I coached a client very recently through this very same problem of feeling stuck and not knowing what she wanted and kind of being idle and that kind of thing. I'm going to share with you that scenario when we come back. All right. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Hey guys, we're on a break for just a minute, and I want to tell you how you can work with me personally as your career coach. My signature program, Career Transformation, is perfectly designed for clients who are going through a major career transition. If you're changing fields, or maybe returning to the workforce after an absence, or even undecided on a career path, this is the solution for you. My coaching process is laser focused and is tailored to your needs. So we'll gain clarity on your path and craft a job search strategy that will support your big career move. So if that sounds amazing, take action now by heading over to my website, careeruprising.com, to learn more about the Career Transformation Program and apply for a phone call with me. All right, let's get back to our show. Hey, everybody. Okay, so manifesting your ideal career. Let's recap a little bit here of what I want you to know about how to do this. So, step one is stop saying, I don't know, and start being open to the possibilities. Okay. Step two is focus on how you want this career to make you feel and lean into that. And don't worry about all of the details. Focus on what's going to change for you and how you're going to change and how you're going to feel. And then step three, I can't say it often enough, is take action in any direction. And you'll get clarity and you'll get confidence as you go. Don't be afraid of that. Okay. So, I've been coaching so many people on this. It's such a common thing. And I know we said before the break to stop saying, I don't know, and things like that, because it really is an identity that you adopt. And you need to move forward believing that your ideal career is out there and you will find it. Okay? You will find it. But I was coaching a client on this just a couple of weeks ago, and she was saying how she was feeling stuck and, hadn't taken any action, hadn't made any progress on any of her goals, just didn't know what she wanted to do next. And here I am, world. I'm stuck, right? So what I challenged her to ask her of herself and see is that there isn't just one right path. There's just what you choose. And I think sometimes that we need to take the pressure off of ourselves that we're going to screw it up, right? We're going to mess it up. I might make the wrong choice, but there isn't a wrong choice. There's just what you choose and then what happens. And so there's a lot of self-judgment that's happening here. And you can't make a positive choice or move forward when you've got self-judgment in the way. You have to be willing to take a little bit of a risk. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't mean it was wrong. It doesn't mean it was a failure. It just means it's not for you. And now you know. Believe me, I've had those choices and those decisions in my life, and I don't regret any of them. You're not going to screw it up. Seriously. Stop judging yourself so much and stop limiting yourself to one career path. People are more complex than that. You can evolve. I've done more than one thing in my career, and I don't know exactly what I'll be doing years from now either. Allow yourself the room to evolve and get curious and try new things. Allow yourself that. You probably haven't been up until now. But for this particular client, so what I did is I asked her, well, what are some things that you love? Whether or not you think you can make a career from it right now, just what are you interested in? What do you love? And what she said was she loved crafts, arts and crafts and scrapbooking and kind of creative things like that. And I said, okay, so could you work for a company that makes arts and crafts supplies? And she loved that idea. She was like, I don't know. I guess I could. Yeah. And I said, okay, well, what else do you love? What do you like? What kind of products do you like buying? What kind of things do you like talking about? She said she loves flowers and gardening. And I said, okay, can you work for a floral company? She loved that idea too. And she's like, I guess I never really considered those things. And I think, well, why not? You can, right? Start considering things that you haven't considered before. So it was a really cool session too, because I could tell she was feeling it, and walking away with more inspiration and more motivation and a couple of new potential career paths that she could research now as a result, ones that she hadn't even crossed her mind before. And then I think I made another suggestion too of another career path that I had in mind for her skill set. I think maybe it was like event planning, something like that. Because she was looking for something that was more active, more fast-paced than just admin work. Well, she loved that idea too. So it was like boom, boom, boom. Okay, now you have 3 potentials. Why? And it doesn't mean they're all going to work out, but it means now you have a couple different ideas that you can pursue and research and talk to people about. And so she started the session out feeling totally stuck and frustrated. I haven't taken any action. And then she left with 3 potential career paths that she could research and explore. And it was really a fantastic session. And I encouraged her to not be overwhelmed with these choices, not be burdened by them, but see them as something good. It's good to have choices in life, but we tend to get burdened and overwhelmed by our choices, which we never, ever should. Follow your curiosity. Curiosity will do wonders to get you unstuck from any situation. And it might even lead you to your passion, right? I've talked a lot about that the curiosity versus following your passion. I think you're better off following your curiosity, honestly. But then, of course, the last step is always to take action, which I encouraged her to do as well. So I wrapped up the session with this client by recommending that she take the next step and take action on these career paths by maybe doing some research, talking to companies or talking to people who work in that field, researching companies and job postings that would be in gardening or arts and crafts or something like that. Talk to people, get out there, start getting curious, start looking into these career paths and seeing what they might be like. You get clarity as you go. You don't get to have it all up front. Sorry. I know we all want all of our answers all up front, please. Thank you. Then the one that is absolutely perfect and foolproof, that's the one I'm going to act on, right? Oh, but life just doesn't work that way. It just doesn't work that way at all. It doesn't even make sense for it to work that way. But I want to share with you too one final resource that I recently developed. And this is a way maybe that you can take some action on this as well and take it a little step further, because this is such a meaty topic. And I'm sure I'm not done talking about it because a lot of people struggle with it. But I made a guided meditation recently on this exact topic. And it's called Manifest Your Ideal Career. And you can buy it, very aptly titled, I know. You can buy it right on my website. It's only $10. Just go to careeruprising.com. I made this for people like you who are struggling with this. And it kind of walks you through the thought process that you need to adopt in order to attract a new opportunity. And not only the thought process you need to adopt, but also the one you need to let go. Because there's always going to be one to let go of, and then you replace it with a new one. So this guided visualization it just takes about 15 minutes or so to get through, but I recommend you do it multiple times. And it will really just kind of immerse you in what it would be like if you had your ideal career, and what you would be thinking and what you would be feeling and how you would be different. So it's almost like you can kind of be there for a minute, which is what you need in order to make a shift. And I love this. This is something that I use all the time and have for many years. I've used many forms of meditation, visualization, things like that to bring about internal shifts. So I'm sharing that with you now. That is my gift to you. So if you go to careeruprising.com/store, you can check out Manifest Your Ideal Career, that meditation. There's also a great companion to that would be self-confidence boost. That's one on there as well. And then there is another, setting an intention for your job search. So you can really use them all three together if you're in a job search or looking to change careers. But that's an extra little bonus resource, very, very inexpensive, that might help you take this kind of these concepts a little bit further and start applying it to yourself and reprogramming your mindset. And I would strongly recommend that you do them on a regular basis. Okay. So I hope that helps you. I have got so much going on. I'm going to be leaving very soon and traveling for a couple of weeks. I'm going to be off the grid. I'm so excited. So lots of big things going on for me, but I wanted to get this message out to you guys, and knowing that you can become anything and that the circumstances around you will change when you become something different inside. That's really the message of this show. The outer world will match the inner world, but never the other way around. Okay, so take this message to heart and contact me if you need help implementing it. Try the meditation out. They're new. I'd love your feedback on it. And I will be in touch with you guys shortly. Actually, I'll have one more show coming out in July, and then I might have a little bit of a break there in early August. But I look forward to catching up with you guys very soon. Take care. That's it for today's show. Thank you so much for listening. If you like what you heard today, please consider giving the show a positive review on iTunes. It would mean a lot to me, and it would help to spread the word so that others can learn about the show. Thanks again for tuning in, and I can't wait to connect with you again next time on Career Uprising.
This show is brought to you by InflowRadio.com. The best curated talk radio network for personal development, wellness, spirituality, and conscious business.